Warning, this video isn't for anyone under the age of 16. If you're under 16 years old, please leave the video now because we do get into some adult type shit. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy CharlesISanimeWorld, and welcome to my review of the returning greatness, the greatness, the greatness, the greatness, the greatness. Save me people all together one more time now. The greatness, also known as Shokugeki no Soma. You damn right. But since this is an anime review, we're gonna call it by its anime name, Food Wars. Guys, I just finished watching the Fifth Plate episode 1. Great episode, but guys, I have to be honest with you here. The anime is completely and utterly different from the manga. And it seems like the anime is just doing its own thing and it's moving forward. And I guess that it's only taking a little bit from the manga and it's actually making its own story here. But we have a lot to talk about. So let's get into what I saw within the anime that differs from the manga. Now, first things first. If you guys want the full story, the way it was intended to be read, I suggest you go back to chapter 265 and read chapters 265 through 271 because the anime completely skipped volume 31 of the manga. Okay, it skipped chapters 265 through 271, but it skipped volume 31 of the manga, which was also the Hot Springs case file arc, and a lot of people did not like that arc, so I can understand why the anime skipped it. But again, if you guys want to go back and read everything that happened in Shokugeki no Soma that the anime cut out, I highly urge you guys to go back and start off with chapter 265 through 271. This episode starts on chapter 277. Now, again, guys, like I said, the Hot Springs arc was 265 through 271. The anime even skipped more chapters. Yes, guys, more chapters. And the anime actually didn't start to chapter 277. Now, put all of that in retrospect for you guys. The last episode of the Fourth Plate was covered in chapter 264. Think about that. The last time that we saw canon from the manga in the anime, the way that the way that it was intended to be read was chapter 264. This season, the Fifth Plate starts on chapter 277. Suzuki. We have to talk about Suzuki. He was a new character, and for all you guys that read the manga, that have watched all my reviews, you already know I know what's going on, but I'm going to do this for anime only too, so I don't spoil them, but I'm going to talk to both the anime and manga people so both of you guys can understand where I'm going with this. Now, we meet this new character named Suzuki. Now, in the manga, his skin tone is a little different, and maybe because he's in the sunlight, I don't know. But they really changed his skin tone in this anime. I mean, his skin tone is bleached out. It's like he doesn't have a skin tone. It's like his skin tone is like the same color as Azami. You know, like they got that same bleached skin tone. I don't know. Maybe that's a new thing that JC staff is doing. I don't know. Anyway, though. Suzuki shows up for the first time. We see him in the anime for the first time. We know in the manga he shows up much earlier on, but in the anime he shows up at the beach. And normally I would love a beach episode because you see titties, you see girls. I love a beach episode, and I really did enjoy this episode. But the way that it's going, like I said earlier on, you can tell that this is going to be an anime only season. Like there's going to be little hints and touches from the manga, but the anime is completely doing its own thing here. Okay, so the one thing that I will say is that when Arena was explaining what was going on with the rules for the exam and what people needed to do, Suzuki was not there in the manga. In the manga, Suzuki was nowhere around. It was just Arena talking. Suzuki showing up in the first episode completely blew me away because I was wondering how they were going to bring this character in, especially if they were going to skip chapters 265 to 271. And how they were just going to bring Suzuki in, especially knowing that they started on chapter 277 of episode 1 of season 5, or plate 5. So him being there never happened in the manga, okay? Now, I will say one thing: the anime did a good job with the group photo pic when you had the Elite 10 there, and they said, "Yeah, we could take on anything. We can handle um, anything that you throw at us." Now, but one thing I will say is that they cut out some fan service. There was a scene where Alice was bent over, and of course we all love when Alice is bent over. Come on, and the anime cut that out. They added some more fan service for us later on, but they cut out that little bit of Alice bending over, which I don't understand why they did that. Something else that they cut out as well was Arena had her own exam to take, because even though she was the dean of Tutsuki, she had her own exam. But for one reason or another, I guess the anime didn't feel that Arena, being the new dean, needed to take exams, so they completely took that out the story. Again, guys, this the anime is doing its own thing here. I mean, I know it's going to happen, but the way that the anime is presenting it, this is its own thing. Now, I will say one thing: I really like the anime intro this season. I mean, I enjoy the music, everything about it, the visuals. But I had to screen shot this one picture because I saw that Soma was with his mother. I'm interpreting it as that we're going to see Soma's mom in Lee Dessert. Now, Lee Dessert, after the manga ended, it was 3 bonus chapters. They covered everything. All the complete story of Shokugeki no Sama. So because we saw Soma's mother in the intro, and because they talked about her heavily within this episode, which they did not do in the manga as well, I'm pretty sure that we're going to get Lee Dessert animated as well, and we're going to see Lee Dessert within this final season of Shokugeki no Sama. Now, Soma and Suzuki's heart to heart. The way that they portrayed it in the anime, they made it seem like some type of yoi couple. Like, Suzuki has a thing for Soma, like, oh, you're quite handsome or cute or whatever the hell he said. But we all know, if you follow the manga, that actually their heart to heart that they had was about Arena. About Suzuki saying, I'm going to take Arena from him. Now, here's another thing that they completely cut out. And I was hoping that maybe they would save it for next week and show it. But no, because she appeared within the very next panel of the story in the anime, Arena originally got kidnapped after Soma left, from the balcony after they had their little precious one-on-one moment, which did happen in the manga, and the anime did handle it very well. Arena gets kidnapped. They completely cut that out of the anime. Okay, in the manga, she does get kidnapped. They cut that out. Hisako never meets Arena. They are actually separated because Hisako's doing her own thing as well, because she's handling her own exams. So her and Arena never actually meet on the beach, but they did in this episode. And again, guys, overall, it was a great episode for anime only. If you're anime only, you really enjoyed this episode of the Fifth Plate episode 1. For us that read the manga, you could understand why the anime changed some things, why they literally skipped an entire arc, an entire volume, because that arc, was heavily regarded as the worst arc in Shokugeki no Sama. So I can understand them actually skipping that. And when you really think about it, it didn't serve any purpose as well, except to set up certain things. And because the way that Suzuki was presented in the manga, I don't even believe that they're going to set up those certain things at all. They're just going to be random shelves. And the reason I said they're going to be random shelves, because this isn't a spoiler, because at the very end of this episode, guys, we found out that it's time for the blue competition again. And to us that read the manga, I can't believe that we're going straight to the blue right now. I mean, like, no preparation, no nothing. We're just going straight to the blue. And it's crazy. But hey, guys, that'll do it. Thank you so much. That's been my review for this week of the greatness, also known as Shokugeki no Sama. And like I said, guys, the anime is doing a good job for anime only. Like if you don't read the manga, then you're completely clueless of what's happening. And if you read if you're just watching it from the anime, you're like, man, this is really exciting. You know, things are happening. This is really good, and it is. But to us that have both read the manga and have reviewed it, like I have, and is watching the anime, this is just wow. It's like an alternate universe here. Like literally half of the stuff that happened in the anime didn't happen in the manga, and things were cut out extensively. So, but hey, that'll do it. Thank you guys so much. I will catch you next week, and hey, sign our suckers.